Welcome to Shop Foreman Garage. My name is Mike, and today I'm working with World Car Auto Group, and we're looking at this 2024 Mazda CX-90. Oh no. This is a 2024 CX-90, and it has a straight six-cylinder. That's right, an inline six. Move this out of the way. With, yeah, it's turbocharged with the twin scroll Whistler right here. It is a twin scroll turbocharged, but it does have a hybrid system. It has a hybrid boost system. Wait a second, hybrid boost? What's Mazda doing? Hybrid boost? Why do we need a boost? We got a big old turbocharger right there. Well, the hybrid system it's a 14.7 kilowatt small motor built into the transmission, and it puts out about 131 foot-pounds of torque, and it's only for boosting fuel economy. Mainly, it gives the engine a little bit of rest, just in stopping all the load that's on the engine by taking up that extra load. It does not run like a regular hybrid vehicle. You will not run just on the motor alone. The engine is always running while you're driving, except it does help in the I-stop or idle stop and go. A lot of vehicles that have idle stop and go, the engine turns off, you know, when you're sitting at a stop sign or something to save gas, you know, and as soon as you take your foot off the brake, the engine starts back up. Well, what this one will actually do is while you're driving down the road and you let off the gas and it starts to coast, it will actually shut the engine off and you can coast, and it does use regenerative braking to charge the hybrid battery. And that's the only way that it charges the battery. It does not have a plug-in, is not a plug-in hybrid, although Mazda does have this same model as a plug-in hybrid, and of course it has a 4-cylinder engine, but it runs more like a regular traditional hybrid. This one, inline 6 Miller cycle engine, turbocharged with big old twin scroll Whistler right there, and hybrid boost. But we're not here to talk about the specification of this vehicle. The customer brought it in because it has a recall, and the recall is for excessive steering effort. So we're gonna get into this thing. We're gonna, it has an electronical steering, and we're gonna pull the steering apart. We're gonna move some grease around in there, and we're gonna put a new plug in it, and that will fix it. And so let's get started on that right now. So this is the steering rack, and we're going to be pulling this lid off right here. We're going to be cleaning out some grease in there. We're going to be pushing some grease back into the warm gear that sits inside here. We're going to be cleaning that out, and then we will be pulling this plug out and replacing a spring and a plug inside there. And first, I need to get these bolts loose. Just gonna pull them loose. I'm not gonna completely take them out yet because we need to get that cap off. I don't want to pull that cap off and have it break or come flying off. The cap is gonna be reused. We're gonna replace a seal in there. It starts to pop off just like that. This is the way Mazda wants you to do it in performing this recall. So there, I get the cap off. Set that aside. And you can see inside here, there's some grease. Let me bring that in a little closer. Okay, so I need to get all of this pink grease needs to be pushed back into that steering gear, back behind this yellow plastic disc here, and I'm just gonna keep pushing it in all the way around. And make absolutely sure that I don't get any kind of contamination in there. You don't want to get any dirt in that, because yeah, that is the issue, is that it's at times hard to turn the wheel. Although this vehicle did not have that issue, but this is what has been causing it, and it's mainly this plug and cap down here. But we need to get this grease back into the place where it belongs. So as you can see, it's going back behind there. There's actually a small gap between that disc and the housing. And as a matter of fact, Mazda has given us in this campaign a tool to push that in there. And let me grab that. It's this little plastic piece right here, and I'm gonna use that to push down through that gap. I'm gonna move it make sure it goes down in there. And then bring it all along to this worm gear right here. And just gotta go slow and take your time. There is some extra that gets on it. Just need to try and push it down into that worm gear. Make sure it stays lubricated in there. So you definitely don't want your steering to give out on you. That could be dangerous. See it a little bit right there. I'm going to move that over down into the worm gear. And the main thing is to just get the grease in there and not contaminate. And that's pretty much it. You just get as much in there as you can. Make sure it gets pushed back in. It needs that grease, so you need to keep it in there. Okay, and then now I'm going to put the cap back on. The kit came with 2 new bolts. I'm grabbing these bolts, and it came with a new seal. And I'm just cleaning the cap off. Sticking the new seal on there, making sure it does have a little bit of this grease. So I get some grease from my glove, kind of sticking it on there to let the thing pop into place. Get the cap. Get this lined up with these new bolts. That there. Push it into place. That pops in straight. Tighten these down. See it. You can see it probably. I can't see it. Okay. There it is. All right. Now let's move on to the next spot. Okay, so I should show you then this next part. We have this new plug right here. Right, and then there is a spring inside there that we will be replacing. You can see that. And then there is a cap. And the cap goes on top of that like that. We're going to be putting some grease. We're going to pull the old one out and then put this one in. So we have this grease in this packet right here, and it's just the same paint grease that they want you to stick on here. So let's see if I can. So I'm going to put some grease on top of this. A little bit of grease in there. That grease there. And then I'm going to put some grease on top of this. And then that's going to go there like that. And then I'm going to put some grease on top of this inner cap. This is what they call the inner cap. So you can see it up there, and that's pretty much it. Try not to get any grease on the thread here because we're going to be sealing that. So now that that's ready, we can take this out of the vehicle to get this put in. So there's this is the outer cap, I guess is what they call it, that we got to get it off. But first, I want to try and clean up this RTV. It's got RTV around here, so that's going to be replaced, and I'm going to have to clean it. But I want to clean it before I open this up, because you don't want to get any of this stuff in there that would contaminate it, and that could definitely cause it to have issues. And what I mean by issues is, you know, your steering gets all locked up, you can't turn, can cause a crash, and that would be bad. That'd be real bad, especially a brand new vehicle like this. So I just want to clean it up a little bit. It's just easier to do it now, and I'm not worried about the stuff that's on the plug itself, more of the stuff that's around. So okay, let me get a rag and spray some brake clean on it. If I can find my brake clean, everybody keeps stealing my brake clean around here. Okay. So, wipe that off. Let's get all that loose stuff out of there. Okay, that's good. Now let's take this thing off. Okay, so that's the cap came off, the outer cap. It's got the spring still up in there. There's a spring, and I need to get the inner cap off or out. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's get this in here, and I'm just gonna get this started. Just a little bit, just like that. And then I need to seal it. Get this RTV. Let me get some RTV. seal that around there. That way that RTV will get inside that thread. And then when I tighten it, it'll seal on it. It's not like a normal thread. I know it kind of looks like a pipe thread, but it's not. This will help it seal. That's it. And then we just leave it like that. And put it all back together and see how it works. Okay, we've got everything together. Steering is good. Doesn't feel like it's getting stuck or anything. Of course, there was nothing wrong with it before. But let's take her out on the road. See how she performed. This twin scroll, double scroll, whistling hybrid boost system. All-wheel drive, stick to the road. Let's see what happens. Okay guys, there we go. Vehicle's running right, running good, and the recall's done, everything's safe. So for Shop Former Garage, I'm Mike, and for World Car Auto Group, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, we got a revival coming up. You might want to stick around for that. See ya.